Hey guys, I had a request to do a MyDesigns tutorial showing you how to create your collection folders and set up your custom templates and custom mockups so that you can create your images, your listings more in your style, okay? Instead of just using the default stuff that MyDesigns provides. So we're going to get right into it. When you log into your MyDesigns account, you will see your dashboard. And over on the left, you will have dashboard, listings, and collections. Okay. And we are going to go to collections first. Now you'll have your home folder and any other folders that you may have already created. If you haven't created any, you'll just have the one that says home. So in my home folder, I am going to make a new folder. And I'm going to call this folder Tumbler Wraps. I like to name my folders according to my product categories and the types of products that I'm creating. So today I'm going to work with Tumbler Wraps, so that is the name of the folder. All right, and click Add New Folder, and you will have it show up. Now we're just going to open our Tumbler folder. We have no listings in here, but that's okay. We're going to work on our template right now. So at the upper right, you'll see the template link, and you're going to click on that. And once you open that up, you're going to get the default template. You have space here to put a default title, a default description. So in every tumbler wrap I make, my title is going to say 20-ounce sublimation tumbler wrap. Okay. And in every description, it might say, let's see here, it might say 300 DPI, transparent PNG, straight, and tapered design. It may give the dimensions 2790 by 2460 or 9.3 inches by 8.2 inches. Okay. And that's just the default stuff that I will put in all of my listings. So you might as well put it in here in your template so it's automatically populated when you add new listings. And same way with tags over here, you can add tumbler wrap, you can add sublimation design, you can add whatever you want there. Okay, next is our inventory and pricing. My price for my tumbler wraps is $3.75, and I always use 999 as my quantity. And then as my keywords, I'm going to put 20-ounce sublimation tumbler wrap and 300 DPI transparent PNG. Okay, so now you have all that information pre-filled. So whenever you open your tumblers folder and you create a new listing, all of this information will be pre-populated for you, saving you a ton of time. All right, next we're going to move over here to the left where it says file slots. I like to rename these and get these set up the way I use them right away so I don't confuse myself later. So my main file, I am going to rename that to straight design, because when I upload my listings, I already have them in the size I need for my straight design. So that's what I want that to be called. Then I'm going to jump down here and take this number 10 mock-up, and I'm going to rename that tapered design. Okay, I'm going to update that, and then I'm just going to drag that right up here into the number 2 spot. So I have straight design, tapered design, and then I have my mock-ups. Now I usually only use maybe 5 mock-ups, so I'm going to delete the rest of these extra ones just because They just take up space, and again, I don't want them to confuse me later and put things in the wrong spot. I am going to leave the video mock-up because at some point we may want to make a video out of the mock-up images we have to put in our Etsy listing as well. So once you have this set up the way you want it, all you have to do now is go up here, click Save Changes, Update Template, and now your template is set for this particular folder. If you create a different folder for, say, clip art bundles where you might sell 10 images, you can add those file slots and make them. In fact, let's do one of those quick. Okay, so we are home, add folder. Let's do clip art bundles in case you are selling items that have more than one image. We'll click add new folder, and then we will click on clip art bundles and open it. And again, we will go up here to our template, and in here, instead of all these saying mock-up, we may want to change these to file 2, file 3. If I can copy that, update that. File 4. And however many images are in your clip art bundle. I typically do 10, so we're going to do 10 file slots here. And there's our 10 slots, and we're going to name main file, file 1. Okay, so now we have 10 slots for our 10 clip art images that will be sold as a bundle. Now what we're going to do is create our mock-up slots, and again we'll use probably 5 for that. So we're going to add mock-up 1, mock-up 2, mock-up 3, mock-up 4, mock-up 5. All right, and we can rearrange these. Let's drag this down here. We want these after our files and not before. And you just drag them to rearrange, put them where you want. And now you have that. So you see, you can set this up however you need it, depending on the product you're selling. The right side over here is all going to be the same. You just put in your default title, description, tags, inventory, pricing, and your keywords. So I'm just going to save that as a clip art bundle. Okay, next is mockups. If you click on the left over here on mockups, you can create custom mockups, and I am going to create a digital custom mockup. So over here on the right, it says upload mockup. So we're going to click on that, even though we don't have anything made yet. And you see it's telling us right here the different things that our mockup must have. And the one thing it definitely absolutely has to have is an image smart object layer. Okay? The text and the color are all optional, but this smart object image is absolutely necessary if you want to show your product on your mockup. Okay, so we're just going to copy this md-image-prefix. We're going to copy that, and then we're going to shoot over here to photop.com. Photop is a free online image editor. It's similar to Photoshop in many, many ways, and it is free. So if you don't have Photoshop, don't worry about it. If you do have Photoshop, you can do this in Photoshop as well. You don't need to use Photop. I am using Photop today just because I want to do it for those of you who don't subscribe to Photoshop. All right. So now let's say I want to use my own image for my mock-ups, okay? I may want to make one mock-up of, we're going here, text, come on people here, there we go. I may want to make one mock-up for my tapered design, okay, well, let's make that a little bigger. That is super small down there, okay, 24. Let's take that all the way up to 150. And we'll put that down here in the middle. And you can pick your font, whatever you want. I think I'm going to go with something just a little more. I don't know, because this is just, let's do this one. Let's make this font, this text even larger. Let's do 200. Okay, so there we have our font here in the middle. Just says tapered design at the bottom. And we want our Tumblr wrap, our digital image, to show up above it. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to merge these two layers together, okay? And this is just a 2700 wide by 25 pixels tall image that I find works well with Etsy listings, okay? And I just added a background to it so it wasn't plain white. You can do whatever you want. But I'm going to merge these two layers together. All right, and next I am going to add my smart object, which is where our digital image will show up in my design. So I'm going to go over here to the left to the shapes tool, and I am going to select the rectangle, and I'm going to go back up top here, and I'm going to make sure that I have no fill and no stroke. Okay, I really don't want anything in this box. I don't want it to show up. I just want it to be there, all right? So once I have that, I am just going to select and draw it as big as I want. And I think that looks good right there. See that? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this. Okay, how about this? Select it. Now we'll double click on it. And we are going to call this MD-image-. That's the name of this layer. Once we have it named, we're going to right click on it and we're going to select Convert to Smart Object. Okay? Once this is converted to a smart object, this is done. You don't have to do anything else with it. Okay? What you'll do now is File, Save as PSD, and you're going to save this to your computer. And I am just going to save this as MD Mockup Test. Okay? And I'm going to save that. Now I'll go back over here to MyDesigns, and I'm going to click the button that says Choose Mockup. Now I'm back in here, and right here is my MD Mockup Test. That is the image that we just created in Photopea. All right, then I'll show you what this will do once it uploads. Okay, it has uploaded and it's in the digital category, and then we're just going to write something in here, give it a name. So I'm going to call it tapered because that is what it is. It's my tapered mockup, and we're going to click Upload Mockup. We are just going to give it 1 second, and there it is. This is what it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our listings in our we're going to go to our Tumblr Wraps folder. Okay, I'm going to open that up, and I'm just going to upload real quick one file so you can see what that mock-up will look like. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to pick one here, upload it, upload all. Okay, so now this is uploaded, and you see it populated with all the information that we initially put into our Tumblr Wraps template when we first created this folder. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this listing. I'm going to click on Quick Actions, and I'm going to go to Image Mockups. Now, before we create our regular mockups, the first thing we're going to do is go to Digital, and we are going to select Tapered File Digital Tumbler. Okay, this will create our tapered version of our design to sell. So, and if you don't want to sell a tapered version of your Tumblr Wraps, you don't have to. I do. So this is the first thing I do is I go in and I generate my tapered Tumblr template. I make sure that my image that it is using is the straight design, and the output file is my tapered design, and that it is a PNG type. And then I click Generate Mockups. And now it'll take just a second to generate my tapered version of my design. Okay, there it is. You can now see the tapered version. So now we can start to create our regular mockups. So we would once again click on Quick Actions, Image Mockups. Now we're going to look at our custom mockup that we made. We're going to click on Custom Mockups here, and then we're going to click on Digital. All right, and here is our digital mockup. Now this one we called Tapered Design. So we want to use our tapered design to create this mockup. And I'm going to click Generate Preview just so you can see what it will look like. All right, you see this? There it is. It put your tapered design right in there. The mockup itself will match your other images if you want to keep a regular theme going for all your Etsy listings. But there you have your tapered design mockup. Now you can create more mockups. Or let's go back over here to Photopea, and we have our Smart Object layer right here. You see over here on the right. And let's say you wanted to put your logo in here. All right, so let's go here and we'll click Open in Place. And I want to put, where did it go? There we go. I want to put my logo in here. And I want to put it right over top as a watermark. So I set it right on top of this MD image layer, and I'm going to reduce the opacity. All right, you see that? I'm reducing the opacity so it's there, but it's not overpowering. And I may even resize it a little bit, transform, scale. You can make it a little bigger if you want, but you can put that over top there. You can also put it down here in the corner without it being used as a watermark. But I'm going to use this as a watermark quick, and I can show you what that will look like. So we're going to once again save this, save as PSD, and we are going to go back in here, and I'm going to save it, product images, and I'm going to call this Mockup Test Watermark. All right. Let's go back here, and we're going to go back here to Mockups, where we created one. And we're going to go to Digital, Upload Mockup, choose Mockup since we already have this one made. And here's our MD Mockup watermark. And that will upload. Okay, it uploaded. So now we're going to call this our watermark tapered. And we're going to upload it. All right, and there it is. It's uploaded here now in our digital category, and it is enabled. So now let's go back here to listings, and let's go to image mockups and choose custom, digital. Now let's choose our watermark one. And again, we're going to use our tapered design because that's what this mockup says, tapered. And something went wrong, but now it's working. Give it a second to generate. Okay, and now you see that we have our mock-up here, but we also have this watermark over the center of it. Okay, so you can do it that way. You can just add some text here if you wanted to. You could do whatever you wanted to add a small watermark here in your design. You could put your website name right across the center. And again, reduce the opacity so it's not real bright, and save it and upload it. Okay, so now you can do this with, you can make your own straight design mock-up. You can just do so many things. You can create a custom image that shows people how to download their files. You can make a custom image that gives people your social media accounts. And what I do when I do that is, instead of this big, in fact, I will show you. Let's go back in here to MyDesigns. Let me show you what I do. My custom mockups under other. I have one here that just tells people to follow me on Facebook, and let me hit generate the preview so you can see how I've done this one, and it just puts a small image up there on the top. Okay, the same way with this one. This is how to download your files, and again, this just has a very small image. Oh my, there we go, just a small image of the file up there in the corner on the how to download your files page. So you can do this. You can make a variety of different mock-ups that suit your needs, you know, like I said, to match your overall store theme, whatever you want. Okay, so I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions about creating your templates and creating custom mock-ups, just let me know. Drop them in the comments and I'll answer your questions as soon as I can. The next video will be about using the visual AI and uploading and publishing your listings to Etsy, or they just released the WooCommerce integration, which I am so thrilled with. So if you have your own website with WordPress and WooCommerce, you can now bulk list to WooCommerce as well, which just made MyDesigns worth so much more for me. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I will leave a link for MyDesigns in the comments below. If you haven't signed up for MyDesigns yet, do it. They keep improving this and giving us more and more features all the time. I mean, I use it mostly for listing, bulk listing products on Etsy and my WooCommerce site, but you can do so much more than that. And I'll go over some of the other features gradually. But to me, the most important one is the bulk listing and publishing, which saves me hours and hours and hours of work every day. So anyway, again, I'll leave the link for MyDesigns below. If you have questions, you leave them below for me too, and I will see you next time.